Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, you're in for a real treat. I'm going to cover some national elections, and then I've got 10 points to make generally that you're going to want to hear. And as always, I get right to it. First, I've coined the phrase pink wave. If somebody else did, it's fine. But last night, I sent to my team, I want a meme, pink wave, because that's what we got. We sure didn't get the red wave that we thought, and I'm going to explain why I think that happened. First, I got to cover DeSantis. Wow. DeSantis is the biggest individual winner of last night. Christ was a former United States Senator from Florida. This is not a guy that's nothing. And he beat him by 20 percentage points, one Dade County. I mean, DeSantis, big winner last night. I love the speech. Marco Rubio, same thing. Outstanding. Showing the way to go in Florida. Pennsylvania, I thought about this. Can there be any more humiliating candidate than Dr. Oz? Dr. Oz, all that name, all that money, all that fortune, running against Fetterman, and he loses. And by the way, just so you know, I'm somebody that election integrity is important to me, but let me tell you what I think happens. And this happened across the country last night. These early balloting, the Democrats own it. Everybody knows they own it. So doing poor in the debate late in the game, meaningless. Meaningless. But Dr. Oz, in my opinion, he might be a filthy rich TV personality, but he just doesn't have the same appeal that Trump did as a political candidate. He just didn't. And I'm also going to say something else about why that pink wave happened in a minute. Georgia, too close to call? Too close to call. Who would have thought? The only thing I keep thinking to myself, why would this even be close? Thank God Kemp put Stacey Abrams away. Maybe we hope we never see her again. But she doesn't care. She got rich in this process. But I want you to know that, again, I'm going to explain what I think happened. Ohio, J.D. Vance won pretty convincingly over Tim Ryan. It's a red state, though. And what did J.D. Vance in his speech already do? He didn't say Trump, did he? Nope. Bet you votes for McConnell. In Arizona, too close to call? Who would have ever thunk? Got an inside source, as Kerry Lake's people say they still think they're going to win that. Masters, who knows? But I want to tell you about this. The Senate still hangs in a balance, but by winning the House, we at least can put a drag on Biden. Some drag. At least we have one platform at least. Hopefully we'll have two platforms. In my opinion, the press relative to the election is so biased that you're fighting that all the way. Other thing, I love Kelly Conway made a comment last night on Fox News about how these political consultants are the scourge of the earth. What they say to these candidates, how they handle the candidates. Now, my general comments you're going to love. Why did last night pink wave instead of red wave? I think it's the abortion issue. I think that Hobbs decision, it may not, maybe it didn't show up in the polling or whatever, what's important, but I think it hurt. I think that's what happened in Pennsylvania. I think that's what happened in these other states. I think that's why some margins were closer. I think that's what happens in Georgia. I think the abortion issue was why the pink wave happened. That's my opinion. People have been brainwashed into insanity, folks. Think about how bad this country is, and the Democrats might hold on to the Senate. I mean, Fetterman win. I mean, it's truly nuts, and it's all the media. Number two, it used to be, back in the good old days, elections were never delayed. How can we have more technology and slower election results? And how do you have Florida, bang, 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 and Pennsylvania not? Why? Because they want it that way. They want it that way. So they can connive. It truly is amazing. I'm blown away about society's judgments on people, how they come to that. See, the society, they don't want politicians, they don't want politicians, but then they still elect the same old politicians. It's going to be interesting what they do in Kentucky. I mean, in other words, these non-political people like Herschel Walker, I'd be all over voting for a guy like Herschel Walker. You see what I mean? Voting for Oz would be easy because he's not the same old politician type. But then they don't do it. Trump. How soon they forget what Trump did in 2016 from saving this country. Didn't get Hillary. We would not have found out all the swamp crap if Trump didn't win. Think about it. We wouldn't have found out anything. The debt of gratitude that we owe Trump is immeasurable. And for people to act like he had a bad day, and it's the Bushies, it's the Karl Rove, it's Mark Tyson's, all those people, that they want to bury Trump again. They keep trying over and over. Russiagate, January, you know what? They keep trying to bury him, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And they're trying to make it sound like they didn't win because of Trump. BS. BS. Look how Trump, what he did to create these states, getting Virginia back. Do you think we would have got Virginia back in the governor's race if it wasn't for Trump in 2016? No way. Kentucky doesn't give credit for Trump. I sat right after the election at a Christmas gala in Boone County at the same table as Governor Bevin at the time, and he was acting like it was all him and all the candidates in 2016. The Republicans took the Senate, took over the House in the state of Kentucky legislature in 2016, and it was Trump. For the first time, a president won Elliott County. And they forget. Kentucky is where we are today because of Trump in 2016. Early voting is abused to the Democrats' advantage. Refusing debate. Hobbs doesn't debate Kari Lake, pays no price for it. It's unbelievable. 75% of the people say we're going the wrong direction, but we keep going in the same direction. People are frustrating. Frustrating. The abortion issue is the big issue, folks. The abortion issue was big. They see that as too radical. And those of you that say, well, wait a minute, these other pro-life candidates wanted, but what states were those? Were they red states? They were red states. In blue states, it's a big problem. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.